The following opinions are solely those of BoattEST.com and its test captain.
Hi, Captain Steve for BoattEST.com, and take a look at this. A brand new boat from Boston Whaler, the 350 Helm. This is an expedition grade cruiser, and with its Boston Whaler offshore DNA, it takes your entertaining and overnighting far beyond the horizon.
This is the first of a new series of boats from Boston Whaler, and forget what you know about the brand now, because this is a game changer. In fact, forget about fishing. Sure, you can fish, it has a couple of cursory rod holders and a live well, but this is more about taking that renowned offshore performance and coupling it with enhanced entertainment capabilities and overnight accommodations to make this ultimate weekender. And those weekend destinations can be a long way off in the distance. Let's start by looking at how we'll be entertaining once we're there. We'll start in the cockpit that presents itself as a 32 square foot open canvas, ready to be converted into whatever it is that we want to do. Steps to the side allow us entry and egress. First, there's plenty of seating. A flip-out bench at the transom easily deploys and seats 3 across. Forward is another seat, and a flip-down footrest allows us to access this much better. A 230-quart cooler with optional refrigeration is beneath the seat and is accessible from a glass hatch or by lifting the seat cushion. We can add 2 pedestal tables to turn this space into an outdoor dining area. An overhead retractable awning increases the shaded area to this aft deck. Of course, there's a door leading to the swim platform and shower, but a more attractive option is this standard port side dive door with its own dedicated reboarding ladder and swing-out grab handle. There are 2 rows of seating just ahead under the protection of the hardtop. We can enclose this area with side curtains that store right overhead alongside where they get used. The aft seat has a flip seat back to convert to forward facing, and we can also pivot the helm seat around to create opposing seating. Add a pedestal table to turn it into booth seating, made even more comfortable thanks to the addition of these teak flip-up footrests. A galley is alongside to starboard that includes a sink recessed into a solid surface counter. Below is enclosed bottle storage with a flip-up storage shelf. Stainless beverage holders are adjacent to the sink, and just behind is a hatch that rises and pivots to expose the electric grill. And notice how the hatch now becomes a prep area. Convenient storage is alongside the helm and includes an insulated compartment at the top. We make our way to the bow by way of the 21-inch wide port side deck. Padded bolsters running from 38 inches to 35 inches and rails are along the side. Just ahead of the console is a 3-across lounge with 3 flip-down armrests with integrated beverage holders. A solid wood table and a high-low pedestal sits between this and the forward seating. And notice how the bulwarks curve outward to provide more room for these bow seats. With the table lowered, we can add a cushion and create a massive sun pad extending across all seats. In the bulwarks are the speakers, stereo remote, accessory plug, beverage holders, and plenty of storage. Now, as for overnight accommodations, the cabin is accessed from its sliding door next to the helm. Inside is a comfortable seating area, limited in size as it is correctly assumed that the main gatherings will be on deck. Natural light pours in from an overhead skylight. A 28-inch TV is mounted to the forward bulkhead. Storage is all around, and notice the iPad with wireless inductive charging magnetically held to the cabinet. It provides monitoring and control of the vessel systems as well as connecting to the TV with the included Apple TV. A 12,000 BTU air handler controls the climate. This area easily converts to a berth, and nothing has to come out of storage to do so. The head is just alongside the companionway. It's a wet head with solid surface counters, a teak seat over the VacuFlush toilet, and an opening port light for light and ventilation. Just inside the sliding door to the cabin is the 120-volt panel, along with a 12-volt panel for the accessories in the cabin. Moving to operations, we'll start with a look at the helm. It's efficient and well thought out. Rocker switches are across the top of the panel and all grouped according to function. Below is a glass dash consisting of dual 15-inch displays. The cast and wrap steering wheel is mounted to a tilt base, and we're happy to see the steering knob. To the right are Mercury's digital engine controls and the outboard joystick providing our improved maneuverability. And we're always happy when a builder includes heat and air conditioning vents at the helm. This in addition to the power vent atop the single-piece windshield. Overhead are the display and control panels for the Seakeeper 3 gyro and the SmartCraft panel. A lockable glove box is alongside. The helm seat is double wide and includes individual flip-up bolsters and flip-down armrests. Being vertically challenged, I also appreciated the thoughtful touch of the 6-inch high flip-down elevated platform and noticed a separate footrest for the observer, while the captain has 2 at the console. To the left of the helm and recessed into the bulwarks is the main electrical panel. The 350 Helm takes advantage of Whaler's long-standing practice of putting all the mechanical components into one location, back in the cockpit. Inside, this clever space includes the standard 7.5 kW low CO gas generator. This is also where we'll find the steering pumps, bilge pumps, macerator pumps, and there's even storage for the cockpit tables and pedestals just under the hatch. In the cockpit bulwarks, we have cleats accessed through hawse holes in the cap rail, shore power connectivity, a washdown connection, phone connectivity, and even a shelf for excess line. Fully forward, the standard ground tackle package includes an electric windlass, a 35-pound galvanized anchor, and 400 feet of road. The anchor is on a roller through the bow stem. There's a washdown and wired remote on a coiled cord. The hatch is held open with a stainless support strut. As we made our way out, we got a good feel for how well she handles at low speeds, and we had excellent control authority. We immediately came to appreciate the tilt wheel and steering knob. Once offshore, it quickly became apparent that it was too rough to get any meaningful performance numbers, but it was perfect for demonstrating how well this offshore DNA gets transferred to this new cruising boat, and it was impressive. That said, Boston Whaler has done its own testing on this boat and reports that with the triple 350 Merc Verados turning at 6,400 RPM, they got a top speed of 52.7 miles per hour. Best cruise came in at 4,000 RPM and 29.5 miles per hour. At that speed, they recorded a 32.9 gallon per hour fuel burn and a range of 311 miles. Ease on up to 4,500 RPM and 36.1 miles per hour, and she only loses 1 mile of range. That's pretty impressive and speaks volumes of the architecture of this performance hull. Speaking of which, in the 2 to 3 foot swells on our test day, the 350 Realm performed just like a typical Boston Whaler in that there was no pounding and she just skipped across from one wave to the next. When the hull would come out of the water, we'd brace for an impact that wouldn't come, just a clean re-entry and steady cruise. It just seemed as if the more we pounded on the 350 Realm, the better she took it and kept coming back for more. Safety is enhanced from the 38 inches of freeboard at the stern, 4 feet at midships, and 4 feet 2 inches fully forward. All in all, this is definitely a boat that begs to be in foul weather, but her primary role will be entertaining and traveling in nice days to distant locales. But at the end of the day, what it really boils down to is the journey and not so much the destination. But the simple fact remains, if you make the trip in this 350 Realm, you'll definitely be arriving in style. And that is my full features inspection and sea trial of the all-new 350 Realm from Boston Whaler. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.